Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on the Cycling Dane Extra channel, and today we're looking through the Olympic road race. This is another one of our top 5 favorites, and the Olympic road race is a very interesting beast, not just because the course changes every 4 years, but also because of the nature of this year's course. In the 2024 edition, we will have a 274-kilometer long route around Paris with some very interesting sections, including the Montmartre cobble climbs, and certainly is going to be an intriguing race to watch. Last time we had the surprise winner of Richard Carapaz, who took gold in Tokyo in front of two other big names of Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogačar, and maybe we'll see another surprise in this year's Olympic road race, not just because of the course, but also because the teams are limited to 4 riders, which will certainly be very hard for the teams to control the action on the road. And perhaps we might even see some of the favorites rely on trade teammates from other nations working on behalf of them, as we've seen in the past. But before we start, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel here on the Cycling Dane Extra, and let's try and get to 20,000. And if you have already subscribed, thank you very much. First on our list is friend of the channel, Biniam Girmay, who appeared last time in the Tour de France rest day recovery interview and has done very well in the 2024 season, notably at the Tour de France, where he won 3 stages and that green jersey, which was an absolutely incredible feat by the Eritrean to do it. Biniam Girmay has showed he is very good on the cobbled terrain as well, a former winner of Gent-Wevelgem and been up there in E3 as well in the past, and his legs should be on fire from the Tour de France as well. And he has of course spent his time between finishing in Nice and getting to Paris, where he's already done the time trial in the Olympics. He spent most of his time doing the post Tour de France criteriums around Benelux, even winning some of these orchestrated races. But as we know, Biniam Girmay is an extremely proud Eritrean and knows exactly what a figure he is for the nation, and is very proud to be representing his nation as the only Eritrean rider, unfortunately, in the road race. So it'll be a bit hard for him to get the feeds, and he will have to rely a bit on support from the road to get the feeds during the day. But hopefully he can sneak under the radar and pounce when the bigger favorites least expect it. Next on our list is the home favorite team of France, and the 2-time world champion of Julian Philippe will most likely be heading up this French national team, and maybe they might even have a split leadership with the European champion of Christophe Laporte as a co-leader. Alaphilippe has had a fairly good season this year, already winning a stage in the Giro d'Italia, where he was very active as well, and recently he picked up stage wins in both the Tour of Slovakia and the Czech Tour as well, so the form is certainly there. As we know, Alaphilippe is a very punchy rider when he's on form, and certainly would be good on this course, and is no stranger to success on the cobbles as well. Alaphilippe was not in the Tokyo Olympics, but was in the Rio Olympics in 2016, where he just missed out on the medals as he finished 4th. The French team also include Valentin Madouas and Clément Vauquelin, who were at the Tour de France, so this is a very strong outfit. Julian Philippe and Christophe Laporte certainly are 2 very strong cards for the French home team to play. Now coming to 3rd place, and this is the man who missed out on a world medal last year, unfortunately, and is our obligatory Danish pick, as of course I am Danish, and that is Mads Pedersen, who I briefly followed on the Cycling Dane Action channel earlier this year on a climb. But that aside, Mads Pedersen, despite his crash at the Tour de France this year, and also the crash at the Dorst of Flandern as well, has had a great 2024 with a lot of success early on in France, winning the Étoile de Bessèges and also getting his first podium at Paris-Roubaix, which was a big goal for him. And he even managed to win Gent-Wevelgem as well again, beating Mathieu in a phenomenal duel between the two. But his big goal in 2024 is a gold medal at the Olympics. He should hopefully be recovered from that tour crash, and he is certainly the only card for Denmark given their squad. And the team around him will be Mathieu Jensen, his trade teammate Mikkel Bjerg, and Michael Mørkøv to back their former world champion. And Mads Pedersen on form certainly has all the characteristics to do well on this course. The engine, the sprint, the kick, all of this suits him well. And we are very hopeful that he can potentially get a medal, and this will in fact be his first ever Olympics as well. Before we go into the top 2, and I think you can guess who they are, just some other names to mention. The recent Czech Tour winner who's been parachuted into the Swiss team last minute, Mark Hirschi, who is very good on these one-day courses, could be underdog or a dark horse to look out for. We also have Mathieu Jorgensen, who did very well at the Tour de France, finishing in top 10, and of course won the Duasdorf-Flandern earlier this year. We also have Oya Loscano of Spain, who's a very good classics rider, as we know, but wasn't quite firing on all cylinders at the Tour, but maybe he can do something here. And of course Tom Pidcock as well, the Olympic champion himself, could look and try and get a road medal if he's able to follow the moves and he can get up the road potentially, but who knows, the Amstel gold winner of course. And now we come into number 2, and that is of course Wout van Aert, or could it be Remco Evenepoel, the new Olympic time trial champion. Belgian team certainly is a very strong outfit with Remco Evenepoel, Wout van Aert, Tiesj Benoot and Jasper Stuyven, all of whom were at the Tour de France. But given the course, we would say that Belgium will have Wout van Aert as the leader, but you never know. Remco Evenepoel could be a very good secret weapon for them, and they could fire him 40 or 60 kilometers before the end and use him as a bit of a weapon. But who knows? Wout van Aert had a so-so Tour de France, not getting that individual result, but maybe also recuperating after that Duasdorf-Flandern crash and also the Tour of Norway crash, and he even did crash at the Tour as well. Wout van Aert will look to finally get an Olympic gold medal in the Olympics, as the last time in Tokyo he wasn't able to get the gold, but he did beat Tadej Pogačar in a sprint to take silver, but this could maybe be his time to convert it to gold. Wout van Aert has this very unfortunate record of not winning an international title on the road, having finished second in the World Championships a number of times in both the road race and the time trial, so maybe this could be Wout's time. Wout van Aert's talent is undeniable. He's one of the best cyclocross riders in history and has an incredible winning record on the road as well, but just hasn't had that extra bit to beat some of his rivals, and potentially this could finally be the moment. Now coming into number 1, and this is Wout van Aert's worst nightmare, and that is of course Mathieu van der Poel, who is an Olympic road race debutant. The current world champion did of course go to the Tokyo Olympics, but didn't manage to win a gold in the mountain biking event because of the ramp incident that we talked about in the predictions video, and unfortunately it wasn't meant to be for the Flying Dutchman. His Tour de France was spent riding for Jasper Philipsen once again, so we didn't see too much of the rainbow stripes at the front end of the pack. However, Mathieu van der Poel had a fantastic spring campaign where he managed to orchestrate the victory for Jasper Philipsen in Milan-San Remo, and also went on to win the Tour of Flanders and Paris-Roubaix as a world champion in an incredible fashion, and for sure he will be firing on all cylinders here in the Paris Olympics as well. To put this potential achievement in some context for Mathieu van der Poel, we haven't had a world champion on the road win the road race Olympic gold before, but this is also due to the fact that the Olympic road race has been somewhat, most of the time, an amateur only race at points, so that is the small asterisk there. But in the modern day of racing, that is still an incredible statistic that no world champion has gone on to win the Olympics the next year. Mathieu van der Poel, as we know, is an incredible rider, has the kick, has the form, has everything to be able to win this race, and he also is surrounded by two very strong Dutch domestiques of Dylan van Baarle and Dan Hule, and for sure he'll be all in for the Flying Dutchman, and maybe he will be able to try and go long to seal the victory and produce an epic show like he did on the roads of Glasgow last year. But will Mathieu van der Poel win? We hope he will, but only time will tell. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel here on the Cycling Day in Extra, and let us know down below who you think is going to be winning the Olympic gold. And if you haven't already, why not check out this video where we predicted what was going to happen at this year's Olympics in terms of cycling. But anyways, with that, thank you for watching, and we will see you around.